M0FXB Hamtech, welcome to my channel. Let's make a new SD card for our Allstar node for my number 539015 that you can see there on the left. So you do have to go to Allstar link and get yourself a number. It's not hard to do. All you do is open this up. Once you've created your free account, just go to, let's have a look here, Portal, then Node Settings, and when you're in this window on the left you can go Continue and you can choose to request a new number here. Okay, and all the instructions are there, and then you submit it. I've already got one, so I don't need that. So it's 539015 is the number we're going to create. So you need to get yourself a blank micro SD card. I tend to get the 64 GB ones, that would be plenty. Then format it. So mine's in there already. So in the search below, just put SD card, and then you'll see the word formatter after you've downloaded that program. And then just follow the instructions and format it. That's a nice blank SD card we now have. Click or cancel. Any messages like this, just click cancel to them. It does it when you're formatting. Right, so that's the card blank. The other thing we're going to need is to download this program here called PUTTY. Okay, and when you open PUTTY, by just going along the bottom after you've downloaded it, PUTTY search, and it looks like this. And this is how this window here is what we're going to use to configure our SD card once it's in the Raspberry Pi 3B I'm going to use, and it will link using its IP address. First we'll probably just use Ethernet connection, but you can add Wi-Fi, but to keep it simple, just plug it into your router. So now in a space on your desktop, right click your mouse and go new folder and create one called HAMVOIP. Okay, and I always create a second one. I'm going to put yes to that. And I call it HAMVOIP image. So let's go to HAMVOIP, scroll down here, and you'll see eventually you will find the image that I am going to use on my SD card. So let's keep going down, downloading the image. Here we go. The top one says RPI Z2W234 and then version 1.701 on the 23rd of April. Click that and it will download to your folder. You get this message, just click download. And that image is going to be used on our SD card. Now I use Berliner Etcher to load it on there. So the link will be there for you in the description, Berliner Etcher, and you click download here and you'll end up with this program that looks like this. So once your SD card is in your PC, just use an adapter, a USB to SD card adapter. The image is now downloaded, so as you can see there, we're going to click it and extract it to a folder here. So we can choose that folder. It's on my desktop, 3 dots there, desktop, and we're looking for the HAMVOIP 3 that we created. There it is there. Click OK. Extract. Now just put everything into that folder. It's quite a big file. That's in there now. I double click. And I'll double click it again, and you'll see that the image that I actually want is, let's have a look now, is this one here. See it? RPI Z2W. So I'm going to hold my mouse on that and drag it into the folder underneath. So underneath now, we've just got the image. There's the Allstar image, and that's what we want. Close that, and then we're going to go to that Berliner program. And we're going to, on the left, select flash from file. Find that image. It won't be that one, it'll be in the folder called HAMVOIP image 3. I've done this a few times, so just need to find that. HAMVOIP image, there it is there. Okay, and then double click the image and then click flash. and that's going to put that image onto your card. It will become what they call a bootable image. That means you can put that. So get yourself a Raspberry Pi 3B is the one I like using, but you can definitely use 4s and 2s. I tried it with 5. And let's have a look. You can normally pick these up second hand for about £25, or brand new for about £35 because the price has dropped now. Look, here's a brand new one that you can get for £40, which I think is good for what you get. They have Bluetooth. I think it's Bluetooth, and it definitely got Wi-Fi, which is what you need. So effectively, you're connecting this device, this Raspberry Pi, to a radio and a CM108 sound card, and that creates an Allstar node box. There is a way of just plugging USB headphones in. You need to get the correct headphones. These are the ones, they're called Mpow USB headset controller wired headphones, and they have the CM108 chip in them, so they work with an Allstar node. So if you have to get the right ones or they won't work. So I'll put the link in the description for you. So our image has now completed, so we can take that out and put that into, just all you want to do is really unplug it and then plug it back in to your PC, and then we're going to be looking at the PUTTY program. So that's all our files. We can close that down for now, but that basically is our Allstar image. So let's go to PUTTY. Hopefully you got it downloaded by now, and then at the bottom here in the search, just put the words PU. Like so. Actually, now I just realized we now need to plug the SD card, or put it into our Raspberry Pi. So here it is on the left where the sellotape is. That's my SD card plugged in, and then the Ethernet cable is up on the top right hand corner there. So plug that into your Raspberry Pi. Now if you really want to, you could go to this link, PiStar Builder, and you could put in your, say, my Wi-Fi could be, I don't know, let's call it Mercury. That's the username of my broadband router at home, and then password could be, let's just put password, and then you click submit. Okay, and that gives you this file, this up here. If we show it, go right click, show in folder, and it's this little white file here. You could get that and drag it into the SD card, and that would give you Wi-Fi, but that's another way of doing it. So back to PUTTY, and let's see if we can start talking to it. Now to find mine, I use my own scanner, and if you look here, it says Alarm Pi 192.168.0.107, and that's what it's called. It's a wired connection. It actually says wired. You could search it using IPSCANNER. You download this program, push play, and it will find everything that's on your network, and everything has to be on the same network, and one of them will be called hopefully Alarm Pi. So once you've found the IP address, then you can use PUTTY to communicate. So let's try it. We're going to go 192.168.0.107, and then put another 2 here. It's always 3 2s, and then open. And if you're right, you'll get this warning, which is good. Looks like that's going to work. Then we just go accept, and the username is root. That's small letters. Then press enter. And when you press root, you have to press root again. You won't see it. So ROOT, small letters. You're going to get this nice thing here. It's all about updating and installing the latest. So let's click yes to updating. Let it do its thing. Takes a couple of minutes. Then it says it's going to reboot. So you click OK and it will reboot. And then we'll start with the procedure. You get the error, just ignore the error, and then reopen PUTTY. Just go to the bottom, put in the search PUTT each time, and it's the same IP address. And then so you have to type that in. I recommend you paste 192.168.0.107, and I would copy that because you're going to have to go in and out a few times. Copy. Put a 2 here again, and then click OK, or open should I say. Log back in, ROOT lowercase, enter, ROOT, enter. Back in, and it says we've done the updates, so we go no this time. Would you like to run first time setup? Then we're going to go yes, and then it's saying the root password, so it wants us to give it a password, and you'll be able to use this password every time you log into PUTTY. So type that in. It wants us to type it twice, which is fine. Click OK. And then is this a private node? Say click no. Enter public node number. I'm using this one here, 539015. 539015. Click OK. Do you want to set up node configuration? So we go yes. Node configuration will run after reboot. So we have to click yes again. Whilst we're here, we're going to do the time. We're going to go yes. It loads a list of all the countries. I'm in the UK. And then once you've selected one, then it allows you to, with the down arrow on your keyboard, keep going until you see your country. I think London's in Europe. Find it eventually. There it is there, Europe. So I'm looking for something like London, so I can go up and down looking. There it is there. That's the one we want, and click OK, and we go yes. I'm not going to change the, you know, when we see it on a search, it's called alarm pie. I'm just going to leave it as that. And it's giving us our IP address. Do you want to change this? I'm going to go no. And it just, when you log in next, it just says use your IP address. I'm using 222. You can change that if you've got more than one node. I'm just going to keep it as 222. Do you want to change? I'm going to go no. And then reboot. And after this reboot, it does this initial configuration thing. So then you just close it and then reopen PUTTY again. Closing any windows like this. PU. And this time we've copied and pasted it in, so go like so. A lot quicker. Put a 2 and then open. The password's changed, but the username is the same. Like so. Enter. And gives you the warning, and then but we're not going to go no, we're going to go yes, we want to continue. So it knows our node number already, 539015. Click OK, and it needs to have my call sign, so it's M0FXB. Click OK, and yes to reporting. Yes, I like voice ID. And then this is the bind port, which I never change, 4569. Click OK. Semi-duplex, I always leave that. Click OK. And then there's a password which you get. When you click on, remember we're here on Allstar on the left. When you go down to the one we're going to use, the password is there. So we're going to copy that into there as well. And I find that if you try and copy and paste, I didn't really want to know, to be honest. So I typed it manually. And remember that if you've split your node number like I have into 10, so you get one node number and you can add 10 more, but it's the same number. It does have the same password. So it's asking me about adding a password for IAXRPT. So that's like a control panel. So I suppose if I did it now, I wouldn't have to do it in the future, but I'm just going to click, I've selected yes now, so no, I'll leave it as no. I don't want to do that now. Do you want to configure USB settings? That's the audio settings. You can actually configure that now, but we're going to click no. So then I'm going to go yes. This took us back to the original window. We don't need to update. We could now add Wi-Fi if we want. Just go to, where is it? Configure Wi-Fi. We'll go run. Click OK. Click OK again. This program sets the SS password. Go yes. And if you click, it says here no to manually enter, it will scan and look for your Wi-Fi, and you can put in your password as well when it eventually finds it. Yeah, it's found mine, so I'm going to put that in now. So select the one you want and then get your password in there, and that's it. Now we can go yes to rebooting. I can take out the Ethernet cable, and hopefully I will find it in my scanner search, and it will be a slightly different IP number because we've gone from Ethernet cable to Wi-Fi. So on my search, and you can use IPSCANNER, it's come up with 102. So there it is. So we can log back into that if we want. In theory, if we type that address 192.168.0.102 slash Supermon, it should come to this page. Yeah, there it is there with our, hopefully eventually, once we've made the changes, our node number. But it's showing that we're online now, but you have to basically configure Supermon. So there it is there. So it's saying that we're online, which is good news. And we're going to show you how to do it. So now when we put Supermon in, you think, well, why isn't it showing my new node number? It's because it doesn't. Supermon is actually a separate program from HAMVOIP. It doesn't know that we've used it, and that's the next part of this video. So here's the link to the video. Sorry about the advertising. So download this, and then when you open it, you get this nice big window here. So don't be too off put by it. But what we're going to need to do is, in this, we have to log back in again with our new IP address and password, and it allows us to actually change live everything that's in the SD card whilst the Raspberry Pi is actually turned on. So it's a pretty cool program. So at the top here, click new, it says new site, put in the IP address 0.102 this time. I'm going to copy that, so I have to keep doing it. Copy. Then we kept it at 2222, and then we want the username is still root, but the password is your new password. You won't see that, and when you click login, if you've done it correctly, you get this, and just click update. I don't know what that is. But anyway, log in, and we can now start talking to it. So the first thing you want to do is click here and go to, let's have a look now. We're looking for ETC. So it's quite confusing, but go to the top and go to root. Don't be too scared, as long as you don't do anything drastic. And then we're going to look for ETC. There's root here. We will find it. And there's so many files you get lost, but there's ETC there. Once you get to ETC, there's another file here called asterisk, just here. Now we're looking for rptconf, which is just here. Double click and scroll down, and most of your node numbers are going to be there, but we still need to change some items. So keep going down, it's quite low down, and you'll see an IP address. And this is how clever this whole system is, way above my learning curve, but we know how to tweak it. That's one thing we can do. So look how far down we are, and we get to, where is it? It's actually right at the bottom here, and we need to just change this at the bottom here. So let's just start doing it. So down here, we're going to change that all the 9s to our node number. So it's 539015. And we also need to change the IP address. So here, clicking carefully, backspace, IP address of what we've been using, 168.0.102. That's all good so far. And what we'll do now is we'll click on the end where it says none. Click enter to add a new line, 539015 space equal, just keep it all the same as above, space, and then radio at, and then this time we're going to enter our public IP address. There's lots of programs to get this. Just type in my IP address.com, you'll find something. Just typing that in, .49.219. Okay. 2 dots like this, not a semicolon, just 2 dots. Then 82, comma, normal comma, then capital letters, none. And to save all of this, you just click at the top here, the little blue square, just click save. It's saving as you go then. The 82 is a port number you may use in your router. Right, now close this window with the X, but keep the main one open. You're looking for manager.conf now, which happens to be just 2 clicks down. Click that, and then you just want to change. So scroll down to the bottom, it says secret equals, and just put a password here, and then save at the top. You've got that password in there. Next step, go to, let's have a look here, back to ETC, and you're looking for HTTP. So I found if I went back to ETC, went down to HTTP, D, then go to conf, then httpd.conf, yeah. We're going down to where it says listen 80, and we're going to add another line. We're going to go listen, because I used 82. I'm not sure, we could have just left it at 80 really, but click save. That's that bit done. So let's close that one down, and we're now going to go for looking for changing Supermon. So we're looking for SRV now. So go back there. Let's go to root, and we're looking for SRV. So in root, we've got SRV here. Then we go to HTTP, then Supermon. Then we're looking for Allmon ini, which is right at the bottom. So this has got the wrong node number in, so let's put the correct one in at the top. We'll go like so, 539015. We'll add a password there, so that means we can now sort of log into it. And also Supermon, when we do log into it, we'll actually show, you know, we'll actually show what we want it to show, the right node number. And then remember to click save at the top here. So that's good. We can close that down, and saved everything there, and we can reboot now. So go back into PUTTY, and you'll see now if you put the IP address in, you'll see now it's showing the correct IP address in Supermon. So we're definitely moving in the right direction. So PUTTY, PUTTY, open that up again for the millionth time. 192.168.0.102. 3 2s, open, accept, and then it's root, new password, enter. Now we want to go to number 9, which is start bash shell run. And what we're doing here, we're actually removing the original password from Supermon and adding one that we want to use forever, basically. So it's quite important. We're going to start typing cd, small letters, space, slash srv, slash http/supermon. Enter. That puts us in the file apparently. And then we do rm space dot normal dot httpasswd. Enter. And it says remove password. You type yes, yes, you do a Y and go enter. And it's removed the password. Okay, so now we need to type get it right. So it's httpasswd space C, then a big B space dot httpasswd space admin. Okay, I've typed that wrong. Let's just type that again. So httpasswd space flatline cb httpasswd space cb space dot httpasswd admin. Enter. It's now saying new password, so just freeze it and copy what I've done except for the mistake. And so new password. Make sure you type it twice and you don't see it. That's it. And hopefully that will save that password now. And now type exit. Enter. Right, we should be able to log into Supermon now. But to be on the safe side, I'm going to go down to the bottom here, number 15. I'm going to click run selected for reboot. Okay, there you are. Let it reboot. I think that's sensible. Okay, well, we're back at Supermon. Let's see if we can log in. Effectively, we are actually a node now. The login is always admin when you're on the Supermon page. And then whatever password you set. Click that and then log in, and you know you've logged in because it'll give the option to log out. So if I now go here, click the number just there, hopefully you can see me, and type in a node that I like, 41522, and go connect. We're now connected. Now you're not going to hear nothing on my node right now because I've not connected anything to it. So you are now, your Allstar node is now fully configured. It's now down to you to decide if you're going to add a radio to it, turn it into a node basically. You may decide to go down the headset route, which I'm going to definitely have a go at once they arrive. And unfortunately, you can't just go in the shop and pick them up because otherwise I would. You need one with a, a CM108 chipset. You might have one at home. And then obviously there's configuration as well that needs to be done. So yeah, but we are there, and even if we go to the Allstar link and look now, it should show that, let's go back one here, click I'll open it fully, go to portal, node, and yet look, it's showing it active now. So I could literally put that card into one of my other nodes, because I like to have 3 or 4, because I think they're great fun. And I could start using it after configuration. I'll just quickly show you what they call the USB configuration. So you just reopen PUTTY again, like so. There's your PUTTY window. Usual IP, click open. So whenever you log in via PUTTY, you're using root, not admin. Same password though. I recommend you always set the same one. That's my recommendation so you don't forget. You go down to this one here, run simple tune, and you go run. And this is where you're tuning the audio. Now remember, I've not got anything plugged into it. There are headphones plugged in, but they're not configured. But the one you configure is number 2 and number 3. Okay, so if we go to number 2 for now, 2 and go enter, and if I press enter again, it's saying there device USB currently not active. Okay, that's what it says here. So I could try and change it now just for the fun of it. The one I'm going to change is the J. I'm going to change J to USB. So we just want to exit out of where we are now. So let's just go enter like that, and then go J, enter. And we want to choose just USB, which is number 2. Enter. We've now changed USB there. J is now USB. And the low here looks correct to me. It says low there. Toggle PTT is on low. So now we're going to put in 2 again. Enter a new value. It's still saying not active. So this is the thing. You need the CM108 card. I've actually got just a handheld one now. I'm going to put it in to see what it does. Just so you know what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's got... They need to be modified, yeah, but at least you've got an idea of what they look like. CM108. And people basically plug them into the Raspberry Pi, and also they add wires to a radio, and then that radio receives and transmits, and that's how people are walking around with their HubNet node boxes and a walkie-talkie, because the box is doing all the received TX, and then the walkie-talkie is the thing you're enjoying and talking to your friends with. All right, notice at the top it says select USB stanza. I'm just going to put that in just for the fun of it. That is S. Let's see if this makes it work. Go S, then go enter, because it keeps saying not active. So that's the bit I need to work out, is how to activate my USB for my headphones. I've just plugged in the CM108 into the USB just to see if I can pick up some audio from the little green connector there. Who knows? You never know. Yeah, so look, straight away when I've done that, it's found it. I'll show you a photograph. There it is there, look. So that's my node. And I've plugged in the CM108, and I've just plugged in the headset speaker. So let's see if we can pick up some audio just from the speaker side of it. I'll plug in a little microphone into the pink one. I'm not sure if that would work. So if we go back to and connect to Supermon, I'll have to re-log in. Yeah, so that has worked. Let's see if I can plug a speaker into that just so we can listen to it. Okay, so look, it's a bit bright, isn't it? So right, let's log into a channel. So we're going to go connect.
Node 40.
Now remember, this is just a Raspberry Pi, a CM108 that you can buy for a $5. Yeah, it took me an hour to load the image for HAMVOIP Allstar, but the SD, and then there's a micro SD card as well you need to get. But any speaker, I'm going to add my Bluetooth speaker in a minute. That's going to be great fun. Plug that into the same port. And let me just see if I can show you the port a bit closer. There it is there. That's the audio. And I have plugged a microphone in there. The next thing is I'm not sure how to configure keying the microphone. But, that's all about the learning. This really is just to show more of a demonstration of how you can do this. So we'll go back into the sort of tuning menu. I think we can start changing audio. Now I don't know if it will even pick up my audio, but let's try it. So at the moment, if I just press enter, it's saying we're set at 500. Now my problem now is I don't know actually how to make it key, because it's just a microphone there. I literally don't know how to tell it to key, so I'll work that one out. But we might be able to chart if I just go like so, come out of there. You know how loud the actual volume is? I think we can probably go to run, which is number 12, run. And then this time, press number 3, enter. And this is the volume of how loud it announces. So what's it now? Number 3, let's do 3 again. It's set at 500. So let's go to 600. Enter. And then we can sort of do a test by connecting to something. So let's do HubNet, go 41522, and then connect. We do need to actually make sure we disconnect. I just realized before we do that, otherwise we'll be testing our audio on HubNet and everyone else's audio as well. So 40894 disconnect. Really important that we always disconnect before we connect to a node.
Node 40894 disconnected.
So we go 41522. Remember, there are nodes, thousands of nodes all over the world.
Node 41522 connected to node 539015.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one's talking at the moment. So you heard that audio. Let's just see if we can make it louder. So all we do is go to, let's have a look now. I've got too many windows open here. Let's do that one there. Current selection. Let's do push 3 again. Enter. And we're on 6. And let's go 800. Enter. And then let's have a listen again to that connection. So we'll go disconnect.
Node 4.
That's definitely louder.
522
So I'll leave it there.
connected.
And let's connect to... Just need someone to speak, really.
41522 connected to node 53.
And look at all these different things you can do here. Look. You know, it wasn't... And it's such great fun. It doesn't really cost much. There's M0HOY in our demonstration. That's the actually the creator of HubNet, and of course there's other people that are helping out a lot, and it's my favorite place to go. But how cool is that? Now the problem is that I just don't know how to key. Now I did see a note, someone said they worked out how they could key. It was this link here, and they were talking about these headset that we're going to have that we'll recommend you buy that have got the built-in CM108. And he did talk about how you know how he worked out a way of keying. Yeah, and what he said is the actual headset that he was using, that the down volume did make it PTT. So, but you know, get this set of headphones, and they're only about £8, and they're called Mpow, MPOW, USB headset, $7.99 on eBay, and they've got what you need. So thanks for watching my YouTube channel. You can hear now that it's working. Get the speaker a bit nearer. Shall I, before I go, shall I put my Bluetooth set on there? Let's do it. There you go. We have Bluetooth. We've just got a Bluetooth sender here. So it's listen only mode at the moment until we can work out how we can transmit. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Bye for now.